How do state and federal criminal charges differ? Imagine you are watching a crime unfold and wondering which court will handle it. The way crimes are prosecuted can seem confusing, but understanding the differences can clear things up. First, the main difference is the law that was broken. State criminal charges come from violations of laws made by the state government. These include common crimes like theft, assault, robbery, drug possession, and driving under the influence. Federal criminal charges happen when someone breaks laws created by the United States Congress. These laws usually involve crimes that cross state lines, affect federal property or employees, or involve national interests. Examples include drug trafficking between states, immigration violations, or crimes against federal agencies. Next, jurisdiction is important. State courts handle cases involving state laws and are limited to the borders of that state. Federal courts have authority over cases involving federal laws and can operate across the entire country. If a crime happens in multiple states or involves federal property, it is more likely to be handled in federal court. Another key difference is who investigates and prosecutes the case. State charges are usually investigated by local police, sheriff's offices, or state police. These cases are prosecuted by local or state district attorneys. Federal charges are investigated by agencies like the Federal Bureau of Investigation, Drug Enforcement Administration, or Internal Revenue Service. Federal prosecutors, called United States attorneys, handle these cases in federal court. Courtroom procedures also differ. State courts follow rules set by each state, so procedures can vary from one state to another. Federal courts follow the federal rules of criminal procedure, which are the same across the country. This affects how evidence is presented, how trials are run, and how juries are selected. Sentencing is another area where these charges differ. Federal crimes often carry stricter penalties, including longer prison sentences and higher fines. Federal sentencing guidelines provide a formula for judges to decide sentences based on the crime and the defendant's criminal history. State courts give judges more flexibility to consider the circumstances of the crime and the person's background. Finally, the location of the trial and the jury pool can be different. Federal juries are drawn from a wider geographic area, leading to a more diverse group of jurors. State juries are usually selected from the local area where the crime happened. In practical terms, knowing whether a case is in state or federal court is important because the rules, procedures, and possible outcomes can be very different. Someone charged with a federal crime might face harsher penalties and different courtroom procedures than someone charged with a similar crime at the state level. Understanding these differences helps everyone involved, whether they are defendants, attorneys, or just observers, to know what to expect during the legal process. It also explains why some cases are handled in one court system versus the other.